Hello, and welcome to Journey to Success, our series of conversations featuring California valedictorians who are President Scholars at California State University at Long Beach. I'm Valerie Bordeaux, Director of the President Scholars Program, and with me today is the famous, the fabulous, the awesome Ms. Jennie Hurley, Associate Director of the President Scholars Program. President Scholars are California high school valedictorians and national scholars who compete statewide for a full ride scholarship. And we are so excited today to have two wonderful, awesome President Scholars with us, Coriann Snyder and Brittany Lim. How are you doing?
Good, how are you?
Wonderful.
Welcome.
We're so glad to be with you today.
We're excited to be here.
Yay.
We're excited to learn more about you.
Ooh,
all right.
So you know when we were prepping for the program, you each chose a word that you felt best described you. And Coriann, you said awkwardly strong, and Brittany, you said compassionate. So let's delve into that. Tell us a little bit more. What does that mean for you?
I originally said awkwardly goofy because because I have this odd sense of humor. We talked about my sister and I, we just, we get things and we laugh at things that maybe not everyone thinks are obviously funny, and so in a way that makes us awkward. But then I also said strong because I think a lot of people look at me and see that I can deal with hardship in maybe a way that's not, I don't want to say not normal, but is unique. Look at things with optimism, and I think being able to go through a lot, I think that makes you strong. So I like to see myself as strong.
Okay.
Yeah.
So awkwardly goofy and strong.
And strong.
I knew strong
it could
was
be
in there
awkwardly
somewhere.
strong if you really wanted to.
I appreciate that. How about you, Brittany?
So
said?
the word that I said was compassionate, and I think that's because I do really enjoy just being there for people and being there for my friends, for my family, and just offering that support. I think I really have a heart for people and just what they're going through and being that listening ear for them. I just love being, I guess, that accountable figure for them. And so I guess that would be the word that I would describe myself with, and I would hope that others could say the same.
What do you think? You think she's compassionate?
Definitely. That would probably be the first thing that I
Would
say.
it resonate with you? Would you be able to think of yourself as strong as well, and you yourself as compassionate?
Yeah. I think so.
Yeah, I think I would say so as well. I think going off of what Coriann was saying, just how I see her as a strong and goofy, fun person. Maybe me not as much, but I think what she was saying about just being strong, going through different things and situations in life that really you learn from and you grow from, and they make you stronger. I would be able to attest to that as well.
So, and it sounds like it's a strength that is inspiring to you and her, right?
Definitely.
Yeah.
I mean, we've known each other for a few years, and just through talking with her and just through this, I've really been able to see those qualities exhibited.
The same of you. I think you described yourself as compassionate, and I was like, how funny, because that was probably the first thing I thought. Like she cares so much about what's going on. Like we haven't seen each other in a long time, and the first thing was like, how are you? What are you doing? What are your plans? I think that shines
what's
in you.
in the inside is coming out of you.
Yeah.
How do you guys bring those traits into your daily life, and especially into what you're thinking of doing for your career? Can you share with us a little bit?
I think, so I describe myself as strong. I think that strength, when you're tired throughout the day, or you have like an exam coming up, or you have these hard things to look forward to, it's like, okay, remind myself I'm strong, I can do this. And I think when you remind yourself, it's just, you kind of exemplify what you're saying you are, I guess, if that makes sense.
Does it get tiring to be strong, though? I mean,
Oh, yeah.
I mean, are there times you just want to say,
I
don't want to be strong
Not
today.
always strong, but.
Okay.
What about you, Coriann?
I think, in my major right now, I'm studying human resource management, and that deals a lot with people and interacting with people, and so I guess with the characteristic of being compassionate, again, that goes back to my heart for people and just interacting with them, talking to them, understanding them, and it is a field that I enjoy being in right now, and I'm learning more and more about it through school and through internships. So it's been a good learning experience for sure.
You mentioned that early on, it could be friends or roomies always came to you for advice, and they obviously saw that in you as well. Was that something that came naturally to you? Is it something you enjoyed? Did it reinforce that you're really going in the right direction?
I think so, yeah, that's a good point. I think just through different peers and family members, friends, roommates, whoever it may be, the fact that they can come to me and they can trust me, it makes me feel, I guess, very grateful for the relationship that we have, and I really find value in relationships. And so, again, translating that into potential career with HR, with human resources, I do hope to be able to build relationships that are that the foundation is on trust, and then hopefully through there, the working relationship, the professional relationship will be able to be even more valuable and more beneficial for the company or whoever I end up working for.
I mean, that's touching to hear you say really deeply that you feel that you find value in relationships. That's super important. I don't know that everyone feels that way, and that's a beautiful thing.
Coriann, what about your career? Because we know that Brittany is pursuing human resource management.
Yes, so I'm studying liberal studies, and my goal is to become an elementary school teacher. So I think that kind of goes along with my personality. You know, being goofy, you have to be able to listen to what kids have to say, and the things that happen in your classroom. There can be like funny things that are happening, or you know, there could be serious moments, or things don't go as planned. I think you have to always just take a step back and be like, okay, I can't take myself too seriously. And then I think that's like the biggest thing that will help me is just being able to, you know, be strong, but at the same time goofy. I think those are good qualities.
And you said you knew that you wanted to be an elementary school teacher from kindergarten.
Yeah, yeah. So my whole family is teachers. My grandparents, aunts and uncles, both of my parents are teachers. They teach art, which is different, but everybody's pretty much in the education field. And so I remember from like a young age just playing with my dolls and coming home from school and doing my homework on a whiteboard and teaching my students, you know. I think I had a big imagination. And so that helped me prepare myself for teaching.
Did you make your family sit there as students too to teach them? Like
my
your
sister?
My
younger sister.
Did she like it?
Yeah, she secretly loved it. I would make her be one of the students and answer my questions because, you know, the dolls, they can't answer. So
is she going to be a teacher too, or
she is actually going to psychology? So it's a little different, but
she's
she wants to
stepping
work
out
with
of the
kids.
family mold a little bit.
Yeah, she is. Yeah.
But working with kids still.
Yeah.
Both of you, it seems like you've chosen fields that really impact the lives of others. It seems like you really want to make a difference in the lives of others.
That's true, yeah.
Does that connect with you? Is that a fit?
Yeah, I think so. I think that's...
In what way?
I think my whole life, my parents have emphasized helping others and being there for others and knowing like that you're fortunate to have what you have, but also understanding that others might not be as fortunate as you. And I think my entire life has kind of been about helping others and not making everything about yourself. Whatever you do, you're bettering yourself so that you can help others and better the world around you. So I think being a teacher is just a good way to help others, especially like young kids. If you can impact their lives, I think that's the greatest thing
You're
in
going to
life.
be a fabulous teacher. I can feel it.
Yeah.
Thank you.
And you want to make a difference.
Yes, I echo what Coriann said, and just the fact that, again, my passion for relationships and just building that, I think I've been also taught to treat others not only as you would want to be treated, but also to look out for the interests of others, looking out for others and putting others before yourself. And again, just, I guess, my heart for people and ultimately in the workforce, I think looking out for the interests of the employees will ultimately, hopefully streamline into just happy employees, happy company, more productivity, and
I want to come work wherever you are. I want to be wherever you are.
please come. I'll hire you.
Okay, all right. right.
Now, hearing about your interests and some of your traits that you guys have and that you shared with us, is there a standout experience that you can share with us that has really sort of solidified that for you?
Solidified like our careers?
Yeah, career
what we
or
wanna
just
do.
sort of brought into play those characteristics that you talked about.
I think for me it would be going back to the family, seeing my family. All teachers enjoying teaching, and I think sports is a big part of it too, the leadership aspect and working with others and for others. I think that's really solidified it. And I would say, yeah, seeing my family as teachers and going into their classrooms, watching my mom give an art lesson, or my grandma was a kindergarten teacher. So, I mean, that's a different experience altogether.
Oh, yeah.
But I think being in that situation and seeing them love what they do, I think has inspired me. Yeah.
Brittany, what about you? Is there a standout experience you've had that's...
I think also just the way I was raised. Even though, my family as a whole, we're all very business-oriented people, but again, going back to the passion for people, I've always been looking for that interactive aspect with people, at the same time being interested in business as well. And so growing up, I guess I've been trying to find that balance, like where's that medium between business and people, and I think just through different relationships, whether it's with family or different organizations I'm involved in, just realizing how much I enjoy meeting people and again being there for people and just interacting with people, while at the same time fascinated by how business works and everything, just through my classes and through different internships that I've had the opportunity to just gain more experience in. I've realized that HR really is something that's a really good fit for me.
There's a term, servant leader. I don't know if you've ever heard that, but it sounds like what it is that you each are describing about yourselves is that you see yourselves as servant leaders. Does that make sense?
Yeah, that does.
Yeah,
I can see that.
I want to hear a little more about leadership that you've done or experiences you've had too. Can either one of you talk a little bit about that?
You go ahead.
Okay. Well, I guess here at college, here at Cal State Long Beach, I have been able to be a leader in my Human Resources Management Association. That's a mouthful.
Did you hold an office?
I did. I was the vice president of public relations for a semester, and then I've also been a leader for the past 3 years in a religious organization here on campus. And I think what you were saying about servant leadership, like I've really realized that leadership is servanthood.
I want to hear a little bit more about that. We're getting ready to take a break. So keep that thought in mind, and we want to come back and explore servant leadership for both you, Brittany, and you, Coriann. Be with us. We'll be right back.
There's a world of opportunity available through the College of Continuing and Professional Education at Cal State Long Beach. Does your career involve legal work, law enforcement, fraud investigation, or crime scene analysis? You can increase your skill level and enhance your career by enrolling in the Basic Applied Forensic Science and Crime Analysis Certificate Program. For more information, contact the College of Continuing and Professional Education at Cal State Long Beach.
Welcome back to Journey to Success. We're here talking to Coriann and Brittany. You are an awesome water polo player.
Yes,
I understand.
I play water polo.
Yeah, and you've just won a wonderful award, Athlete of the Year.
Yes, I won the 2013 Female Scholar Athlete of the Year. So it recognizes both the athletics and the academics part, which is
great.
Which is great. It's one thing to have the athletics, recognition, but I think the academics was, a big deal. That's why I came here. It's college, so. It was a great award,
and I understand that you're on your way to a national water polo team.
Yes, I'm actually currently training with the USA Women's Senior National Team.
Oh wow!
So I'm very new to the whole system, but the goal right now is just move my way up and improve. I just want to see what I'm capable of. So.
And who knows, Olympics maybe in the future.
That would be awesome.
We'll
that would be awesome.
Can you see there on the podium carrying the torch?
And then also now we understand why you're so tan. So I'm glad
that all makes sense now.
Valerie brought up the water polo thing.
A little burn to me, but.
Yeah, and Brittany, I was going to ask you too, I know one of the really exciting things for you has been traveling a little. Can you share with us about that experience?
Definitely. I 2 years ago, I had the privilege of traveling abroad, studying abroad in Hong Kong for a semester. And it was just such an eye-opening experience. The program itself had 300 plus students from all over the world, and that really gave me exposure to just other cultures, other types of people, and just, I would say, definitely widened my perspective of the world as a whole. Ever since then, I've definitely caught that travel bug. I've been itching to just go back to Hong Kong to go explore new places in Asia and in the world. And
if you had to pick one place to go to next, where would it be?
Ooh,
putting you on the spot.
Probably South Korea.
Okay.
Why?
I have a lot of good friends there that I had met during my time in Hong Kong in the program. Would love to be able to see them again, and I'm also a fan of the culture and just the food. So definitely trying to save a little after graduation and see where that takes me.
Is there one or two? Are there one or two fabulous experiences that you had that really touched you, that made a difference? You talked about eye-opening experiences there.
I think just hearing other people's stories about how they were raised, how they grew up, how they the environment at their schools, it's so different than I guess what I was exposed to here in America.
In what way was it different?
I think for one, the teaching styles in schools in Korea, for example, is it's a very competitive nature. Everyone is, I guess, competing to get to that top spot in the class, whereas here in America, every man is kind of for themselves. You're getting your own grade, but yeah, in Asia, it's a lot more, the top 10% will get the A's. The top, so in Hong Kong as well. So that's where it was challenging, I guess, coming from America and coming from what we're used to here, to traveling there, studying there with just a good number of international students and the students who have been used to that grading system. It put me into a different work ethic, I think, different mindset as I approach my studies and everything. So,
what about you, Coriann? Is there a dream travel spot that you have in mind?
I've actually thought about that. I didn't know what I was going to be doing after graduation, so I thought I want to keep playing water polo. I think this is the time to do it, and you know, there's the option to go to other countries and play for professional teams. And so, you know, I've looked at going to Spain. I think learning Spanish would be great, like just as an experience. And then for teaching, you know, that's always a bonus to have. I think I've looked at Italy. I've looked at Australia, New Zealand. You know, I don't have like a specific place that I've always wanted to go, but I think.
But you would like to travel.
Yes, the possibility. Just like, I just want to travel, just in general.
That's great. And you will, I bet. You will
someday.
So what do you each like to do for fun in your downtime?
Well, when there is downtime, it's the crazy schedule. I really enjoy playing music. I've been learning guitar on my own, and I grew up learning piano, actually. And it's funny because my parents actually stuck me in piano lessons from kindergarten to, I think, almost junior high. So several years, and during those years, I really actually didn't like piano because I was forced to learn a certain way and to learn certain pieces. But the funny and cool thing, I guess, about it now is that even after I've stopped the lessons, I actually still play around with it, and I really enjoy playing pieces by ear. So hearing something on the radio and just being able to, I guess, translate that into the keyboard has been something that is just really therapeutic for me. And at the end of a long day, just to wind down, I just kind of play around with it.
So there was a lesson in your parents having you to do something perhaps you really didn't want to do, but
in the long run,
it's
amazing now. So thank you, Mom and Dad.
What about you, Coriann? What do you like to do for fun?
I too, like Brittany, enjoy music. I played the flute for several years, junior high and high school, but fortunately that's not something I recreationally would want to do, just pick up my flute and play. But I enjoy being outdoors. I like to go to the beach a lot, be in the sun. Obviously, no, it's weird not. So.
Now, Porterville is not near the beach, correct?
No, it's like 3.5, 4 hours away. So yeah, I think that's why I enjoy the beach so much, is I was so far from it my entire life that it was like such a vacation, and so now just to have the beach so close, it's just, I go all the time, and I like to do that. I like to read. I'm very crafty. I like to make a lot of things out of random objects. So.
Yes. Do you make some things that later you look at and go, what was this that I was making? And just have fun with it?
I've seen things like one time I took this jar, almost kind of like a vase it looked like. Yeah. And I was trying to put quotes on it and glue them on, and I still look at it and I'm not sure what I was thinking.
Yeah.
Do you have a favorite piece?
I've actually made like a jewelry organizer out of a frame and then chicken wire, and that's probably my favorite because I use that all the time. I hang like earrings on it.
And
it's really cool.
You didn't give it away as a kid.
No, I love it. I would never give it away. Like it's mine. Don't try to take it from me.
Now, kind of related to hearing a little more about your personalities, which I'm really enjoying that. If you guys have, like, just this example, like, you know, you have those days, those tough days everybody does where everything kind of goes wrong, one challenge after another. What's sort of your go-to coping mechanism? I mean, do you pull out a tub of ice cream? What do you do?
Candy, chocolate.
We were just talking about this. For example, today I just had so many problems with my car, with getting to class like on time, and I don't know, just everything kind of piled up at once, and you can never get to the next place like when you want to be there, when you need to be there. So for me, it was just kind of, okay, let's not focus on what's gone wrong. Let's just focus on getting through the next thing, and then, you know, kind of like going along the ice cream thing. I like to think like, oh, I'll reward myself with Starbucks or with a candy bar. I don't know, trying to like, okay, you made it through this, so like what's the reward? What are you gonna kind of spoil yourself with? But
that's a neat way to do it. Kind of take care of yourself.
What's your coping mechanism, Brittany?
I guess, well, my faith is something that is very strong and plays a huge impact in my life, and so I always say a little prayer, and then just take things one step at a time. Things have definitely been busy, and there's a lot going on. You can never quite predict how each day will go. But I think just kind of what Coriann is saying, like, don't focus on what goes wrong. Just focus on like where you're at the moment, and just taking that one step at a time, moving forward. And at the end of the day, my weakness is chocolate chip cookies. So if they're there, then I'm just gonna grab them, and there's no limit. I keep going.
I love how you guys share both an external coping and internal coping mechanism. Like internally, it sounds you both really use, you know, talk to yourself and remind yourself about things.
Encourage yourself.
Yeah. And then on the external level, it's let's get some goodies. Let's get some goodies.
Get some sugar.
And I think you're right. I think most people probably do a little bit of both. I think I do too. So that's really great.
That's a good way to do it.
Yeah.
Balance it out.
Balancing it.
Yeah, exactly. As long as there's not too much ice cream or too much cookies, we're good, right?
Don't want to overindulge.
So you know you're getting ready to graduate and thinking about the future. Is it kind of scary out there? Are you feeling good about where you're going? Or what are your thoughts right about now as you look out there in the future for you?
Oh, wow.
The real world.
The real world. I think it's both like apprehension and excitement. I think, speaking for the both of us, I think we have these places our lives could go, but you're never really sure. I know a couple weeks ago I was just like, where am I going to be just even this summer? What am I going to be doing in a year? Do I want to keep going to school? You have all these options, and for once in your life, it's about you making the decision. It's not like, okay, it's high school and then it's college and then it's, you for once in your life have all these different options, and you're the one who has to kind of put yourself forward and
that's exciting.
Go through
though,
it.
huh?
It is. The uncertainty, it is daunting at times, but then because the opportunities are endless and there's doors opening right and left, it is exciting too, because we have no idea what to expect.
Nor which door to walk through.
Exactly. But somehow everything will fall into place. I firmly believe that, and I'm excited. I will definitely miss, the memories from Cal State Long Beach, just from what college has to offer. But I think I feel well prepared to enter into the workforce or whatever, I guess, the future holds. Maybe it's traveling.
Maybe it's
going abroad again. But I
Yes.
do feel prepared and excited
Yeah.
to enter into.
Do you guys have any specific graduation celebrations planned? I mean, you mentioned travel, and I know sometimes people celebrate graduations with like a trip.
Yeah.
Or,
I originally really wanted to go to Cancun or like Tahiti or somewhere, you know,
yeah.
exotic, the
Exotic.
beach, like I was
Yeah.
saying.
Something
or,
with water.
Yeah, something with water
Yes.
and sun, preferably. And I thought about, you know, going to Hawaii or going on a cruise, but I think just with the way that the summer is looking, I'm just going to be so busy that I would be fine with a trip to Disneyland. I think
Yes.
that'd be
Nice.
that'd be fun.
Yes.
That's great.
That's
A
my
local
summer.
local celebration, which
Yeah,
is really
exactly,
great
yeah.
too. And sometimes that's what
You
you
can
gotta
lose
do.
yourself in Disneyland. I mean, it's
Oh
a whole
my
new
goodness,
world.
I love it. I love it.
I know, right?
Yeah.
What about you? Any celebrations planned?
Actually, yeah, my parents just surprised me with a trip, a family
Oh.
trip to Asia. So I'm going back.
So you are going
I
back.
am going back.
Yay.
And so it's funny that you would ask that because I was speaking knowing that I actually am going, and I'm really grateful.
gosh.
Again, thank you, Mom and Dad.
Yay, Mom and
But
Dad.
yeah, huge family trip to back to Hong Kong where I studied, and then
Wow.
I think a trip to Taiwan, and hopefully if I can hit South Korea and see some friends again, that would be just the icing on top of the cake.
How many in your family are going?
So my mother, father, sister, and brother-in-law newly married, and then I think my grandparents as well. So just a fun time of family bonding.
Now, who's the photographer in the family? Because I know somebody's got to be in every family. I feel like there's a photographer.
I would say that's me
Okay.
and my
Designated
sister.
camera.
But yeah, recently my mom as well. She just got a smartphone, and so she's figuring out how to use that camera.
So we want to see your pictures from Asia,
Oh, believe me.
and we want to see your pictures from Disneyland as well. So wherever you go, think of us because
All right.
we'll be working, but it'll be okay. But we know
We'll
that
send
you're
you
going to
pictures
enjoy
so it feels
yourself.
like you're there.
Yes.
And we're so proud of you both.
We
I mean,
are.
it's just wonderful to hear about what you've been doing and where you're
And what
going
your
from
futures
here.
hold. So thank you for being with us today, and thank you for joining us on Journey to Success.